on Knoll, up my granddad's allotment. 25th of March today. Today I'm just going to be filling my raised beds up outside, planting my potatoes and my shallots. Show you what I'm up to. So I've just started to fill up my big raised bed outside. This is just with the contents of 2 garlic bins topped up, and then I'm going to top dress it with the compost that I brought over. There's 30 bags there. 30 bags of compost which I brought over the other day. I've got Japanese wineberry to plant, which I've transferred from the garden, so that's going in. Probably over in the raised beds where the daffodils are there. And that's the garlic bins I've just emptied. So yeah, a bit of tidying up. Get my potatoes and pots done. I think I'm going to put shallots and onion sets into that raised bed for this year, just for the first year. So I'm just going to finish off topping it up and then get my shallots in. Right, we're going to do my potatoes. I'm only going to show you one bucket, and then I'm going to continue with the rest because do them all exactly the same. These are 30 litre potato buckets. I'm sure you've seen them before. This is my compost. Really good stuff. Which I brought in 2.5 tonne. So you want a couple of inches off the bottom. And then add in a little bit of bloodfish and bone. A little bit of gromo. Mix. So about 2 inches, 2-3 inches off the bottom. And then I'll have 3 potatoes in each of these buckets. These are my first earlies, which are Pentland Javelins. Normally just leave 2 chits on, but doesn't really matter. The reason you put the potatoes right at the bottom is because they'll only grow on the shoots going upwards, so they're not going to grow down. So the lower they are in the bucket, the more you're going to get. Right, so fill it up. Some people will just fill it a couple of inches over and then wait till they shoot. I don't bother, I just fill it right to the top. They'll come through. And what I will do is I'll get some bark chippings once they start to come through, or some straw on the top to keep the weeds out and the moisture in. But that's it, first one done, crack on with the rest. Right guys, that's my first lot of potatoes in. So in the orange bucket here, I've got purple ones, they're main crop. First earlies, 4 buckets of Pentland Javelin. Second earlies, 4 buckets of Nicola. And last one, second earlies again, 5 buckets of Charlotte. I'm going to have to get some more of these black buckets because I've still got loads of potatoes left. But I'm going to go into the potting shed and do some individual pots. I'll show you what I'm doing in there. So guys, back in the potting shed. I've done all my potatoes outside. The last ones I've got to do are these ones. These were the shop bought ones for 14p. Kilo and a half of shop bought potatoes, and these are for Erica's Little Welsh Gardens potato challenge. So the idea was you had to buy a kilo and a half of potatoes and see how much weight crop you get from 1.5 kilos of potatoes. So these were bought from Lidl's, again 14p for the packet just before Christmas. They've been chitting. They have started to go green a little bit, but that doesn't really matter. We're not going to eat these ones. They are chitting a little bit. There's 30 altogether. I've counted them up. I did buy 2 bags, expecting a kilo and a half to not be very many, but there's 30 potatoes there, and the variety is King Edwards. So they're going to be a main crop. These were sold as mini roasting potatoes for Christmas. But obviously King Edwards are much bigger potatoes. So what I'm going to do is sow them in these 3 litre flower buckets. So I'll have two potatoes in each. So I'll have 15 buckets altogether, and I'm going to keep them in here, just in the little bit by the plum tree for the moment, and then I may put them outside eventually. But yeah, so just the same as before, same compost as what I did my other potatoes. This is the green leaf recycled compost, peat free. I bought 2.5 ton of it because I needed to fill my beds up, and it works out, it's 24 quid a ton, so that's not bad at all, and 15 quid for delivery. So I bought 2.5 ton of it. It is good stuff, peat free, but I'm going to put a little bit of grow more in. I would normally put a bit of bloodfish and board in, but I've just used it all on my ones outside. So I say 2 potatoes of each. They haven't really they've got a few chits, but not many. But wants to be about a couple of inches from the bottom of the bucket. See, 2 inches from the bottom of the bucket, and just fill it up. So I say these are King Edwards. Cost us 14p for 30 potatoes. And we'll see at the end of the season, we'll weigh each bucket to see how many we'll get total. The idea is to see what total weight you get from 1.5 kilos of potatoes. So that's it. Erica's Little Welsh Garden Potato Challenge 2021 started. Let's see how it goes. Right, I'm not going to bore you filling the other 14 buckets, but that's what I'm going to do now. Right guys, so that's the buckets done. I don't know if you can see for the light. 15 buckets of King Edwards, 2 in a bucket. I would normally only put 1 in a 3 litre bucket, but I haven't got enough compost for to do 30 of them. So just an experiment anyway. So yeah, Erica's Little Welsh Garden Potato 2021 challenge, as much crop weight you can get out of 1.5 kilos of shop bought potatoes. Right, I'm going to crack on in here a little bit now. I don't know if you can see, but I've completely filled this bed now. That's going to be for tomatoes and peppers, so I'm going to leave that at that height because I'll probably put them in buckets with holes in. 3 litre buckets like that. But under there, under that one where the rhubarb is, I've got some onions left, so I'm just going to divide it up and put some onions in. I know you don't normally grow onions in a polytunnel, but they're going to be a quick cash crop, and harvest them early. They're sets anyway, and they'll probably bolt with the heat. But if I pick them early enough as like small onions, they should be fine. Right, I'm going to crack on with that. Right guys, just to finish off, just wrap my potatoes up, and that's a 15 buckets there. I've just sown a few peas, they're Hurst Green Shaft. That's my first little peas away. In the bottom here, beside my rhubarb, I've just stuck in a few extra onion sets for some early small onions, so they're soft and improved in there, and in between the 3 sets of rhubarb. And in the far side, this one, 2 lots of stew on, again just for a quick crop of onions. So this bit in the middle is my next bit to sort out when I come across over the weekend. In there is raspberry canes, autumn raspberries. You can see in amongst the weeds they are starting to shoot, and as well in there will be some strawberries as well. So I'm going to weed that bed, top it up with compost, build the frame up here for the raspberries, and yeah, that's that bit. So I haven't done anything along there today. Brought a few more seedlings over from the house. Oh, what are they? These are all flowers, stock, just different ones. I must get them tomatoes potted up. And outside, I see my 20 bags have gone down. I've gone down to 10 left, I think, because of all my potatoes and stuff and filling these up. So in here, this one, I've got shallots red sun, soft and improved in the next one, stew run in the next one, and the far one over there, which was the carrot bed, I've got some golden gourmet shallots, and then all my potatoes that I've done today. Right, I'm going to sign off there and head back home for some tea and a hot bath. So we'll see you on the next one. Catch you later.